Hey AVE patrons, this is an update on the Blue Sun Open Flashlight platform, which is a controller for the Midnight Sun project, the flashlight that AVE is working on. So a couple days ago the PCBs, I had put up a video showing the design of these PCBs, and now the PCBs arrived back from China, from Seeed Studio, as did the parts that I was missing. I had to order a bunch of passives and things like that. And that complements my earlier order, which included things like the LED. I've since powered this up a couple times and blinded myself. Even at a fraction of its rated output, it's blinding me. So it's rated for like 3.6 amps, and I put it at 160 milliamps, and it was blinding. So it's going to be pretty epic. So since then, I have assembled two of these PCBs. Here's the other one. So it was a bit tricky. The components like the MOSFETs here are directly on the ground plane, right, or power plane, and they wick away a lot of heat, so I had to do kind of a hybrid hot air, hot plate and soldering iron to get this done. I don't own a reflow oven. Even something like this shunt resistor here is normally very easy. Resistors are normally not a problem, but because it's got this massive connection on both sides, it was quite tricky. I had to use hot air on that. So I built two of these. I flashed this with the bootloader that I'd prototyped on the previous boards that I put up a video about. So it connects to the PC fine, it enumerates okay, and now I'm going to start working on the firmware for this. But just thought I'd put a little video up here and say things are progressing. I have two boards that I can now program. So there's multiple layers to this. You have the bootloader firmware, which speaks USB to the computer. Then you have the core, which is the underlying libraries. When you write an Arduino sketch and you say something like toggle a digital pin, there is a set of libraries that actually know how to do that for that particular platform. So I still need to write some of that. This is not the same pinout as an Arduino Zero. Even though it's the same processor, all the pins are very different, and I need to change the way PWM is implemented so it's a higher frequency and things like that. So there's quite a lot of work still to be done on the core. And once that is done, I can start working on the sketch, which is just going to be a high-level control, implement some PID controllers for the flashlight, and can test it out. So I think it's still going to be a couple of weeks before this is actually driving the LED, but just thought I'd let you know things are progressing, and it's going to be pretty cool. This should be able to drive 160 watts of photonic cannon weaponry, and it's going to be pretty bright.